Scene 9. After all the good mornings. Good morning. McQueen. My fault. Good morning. Mr. Ratchet. Knock, knock, knock. Sir? Knock, knock, knock. Sir, could you open the door, please? I enter stage right. Hello? Is something wrong? He isn't answering, and it's locked. Monsieur Ratchet, are you all right? The passkey, perhaps. Of course, I take it out of my vest. I hope he has not been ill. Shh. There is a chain. Hello? You must force the door. No, it will break and need repairing. Quickly, do you not feel the air from the room? It is freezing. Quickly. I do not like this at all. Dear God, it is awful. Mr. Ratchet, I cannot look. Do you see his closet? Do you see his chest? It is horrible. I cannot believe it. I reach for Poirot. Do not touch anything, not to speak. It is human life, it is wrong. Greta, calm down. Princess, could you escort Mrs. Olsen to her room, please? Come along, Greta. Holy cow. There has never been such a thing in the history of my company. Poirot removes the tweezers from his pocket delicately. What are you doing? I'm examining the wounds. There appear to be 7. No, 8 stab wounds to the chest, Monsieur McQueen. When did you last see him? McQueen. Me? I don't know anything. He was fine last night when I put out his wine. You are secretary. What do you know about him? Not very much. He going down a little bit. I think he was fleeing from America to get away from something, and I think he managed it until a few weeks ago, and then he began to get some threatening letters. They're in my room. Do you want to see him? Yes, go quickly, and please ask the Countess to join me here. I'll be right back. It is incroyable for such a thing to happen on my train. Oh, it is freezing in here. You have observed the window. Oui, it is open. And what do you see outside? Nothing. Exactly. No footprints, no marks in the snow, which means that no one entered or left through the window. Then why is it open? I assume to mislead the police when they arrive. The police? Of course the police. It is murder. Oh, the Yugoslavian police department. No. We do not want them. You must solve the murder. Then you tell them who did it. I have interfered too much already. But my company is at stake. Put them on me. Just think what a Yugoslavian police inquiry would do to my company. People would say, oh no, I cannot travel on the Orient Express. I could be murdered in my bed, and our sales would suffer, and I would lose my clients. But I am due in London in 3 days' time. Then solve it in 2. You are a magician. I have seen your work. You listen, you look, you pester, you make yourself a pain in the backside, and then suddenly, poof, the case is solved, like that. The police would be angry. The Yugoslavian police department, they are like the 3 stooges in that movie house. They poke each other in the eyes by accident. They will be thrilled not to have to do any work. If you save them the job, they will put up a statue of you in the centre of Zagreb. I would need a plan of the coach. Done. And the passports and tickets of everyone on board. Done. The Countess arrives. Excuse me, but you have asked to see me. Oh, dear God. Forgive me, Countess, but I understand you were a trained physician, so I thought perhaps you could help me with the body. I'm happy to help. I'm afraid it's not a very pleasant sight. I could have seen worse. Believe me, I volunteered in the war. Regard, the left side of his face is slightly red. Do you see? I do. It has been slapped. How do you know? Because I slapped it. I count 8 separate wounds. That was my count also. Can you estimate the time of death? Skip down a little bit. Countess, it appears that the killer was wild, in a frenzy of some sort. Regard, see this. Of the 8 stab wounds, 5 appear strong and 3 are mere scratches. And wait, do you see? The wounds are from a different direction. Do you see it? I need a pencil. Here. Bon, now watch. We place the pencil inside each wound and push it gently. Oh, is this necessary? Perhaps the man changed hands during the stabbing. Oh, there were 2 assailants. One right-handed and one left-handed. One strong, one weak. It is not possible, but now another question presents itself. Why did Mr. Ratchet not fight back when all the while he had his gun under his pillow? Oh la la. Alors, may I see it? I take the gun. How did you find it? He showed it to me yesterday, so I knew it was here somewhere. It is an automatic, and I believe it is loaded. I wave it around. Attention. Wait, there is a safety switch. It is not on. S'il vous plaît, mon ami. Have you not heard of the fatal accident? Un moment, I have a very good nose. Aha, the smell the glass of wine. It contains almonds. He was clearly drugged, which is why he denied fight back. Pooh, what is this in his pocket? Voila. It is a watch, and the face is smashed. It is stopped at 1:15. Ha ha! At last! We have something important, yes? It is the time of death, and the Countess said between midnight and 2. So there it is. It could not be clearer. 1:15 is the time of death. It is obvious. It is possible. What do you mean it is possible? What is wrong with it? I do not know yet what is wrong and what is right, because I'm still investigating. Here's a pipe cleaner, here's a match, and here's another match of a different shape. There are dozens of clues in this room, and it makes me suspicious. Look at this on the floor. It is a lady's handkerchief with letter H on it. Yet another clue, and who is H? A is in Hamlet. That's the question. Here's Mrs. Hubbard, and I believe that her first name is Helen. And the princess? Her name is Natalia Dragomirov. And there is Mary Debenham, and Greta Olson, and James Arbuthnot, and Hector McQueen, and I am Constantine Buck, and such a thing like this has never happened in the history of the Wagon Lit, and it will ruin my company, and I want you to solve it immediately. You are upset. I am very upset. A man has been murdered on my train. It will be all right. I hope so. Go knock Poirot away. I will smoke a cigarette. That is a good idea. And oh my God, just look at this ashtray. My people are lying down on the job. Pick up the ashtray, about to empty it. No, stop. Do you not see there's a piece of paper here that's been burned? Perhaps it hide its contents. Skip down. Countess, do you keep such a thing? Of course I do. I greatly admire that creature. Book, did you see? She did not ask me a single question for a hat box. She gets me a hat box. Asking for help with the body, she rolls up her sleeve. Suddenly a desire to be young again. Do not move. I'm getting a spirit lamp. I use it to heat the wax from my mustache. And why do you need a spirit lamp? Because this time I'm using science to catch the guilty party. Usually for me is psychology, the mind of a killer. But not with these clues. Why not? Because I do not trust them. The handkerchief, did a woman drop it, or did the man put it here and say, I will make this look like a woman's crime? Skip down, skip down, skip down. We light the match, light the paper. Now let's put it over the flame so. It says little, haha, Poirot, haha, did you see it? Remember little Daisy Armstrong. But what does it mean? There was a case in America 3 years ago. 4. A little girl was murdered. It was in all the papers. I do not remember. It was a case most horrible. Horrible. A young girl named Daisy Armstrong was kidnapped from home in Long Island, New York. Mama, Daddy. The ransom was set at $200,000 and it was paid. But Daisy was not returned to her parents. 2 days later, they found the little girl dead, murdered in the woods not far from her home. No. Police caught the man who did it, but he had ties to organized crime, got him off the charge by changing the evidence. He would have been hanged if he found by the public. But he gave them the slip and disappeared. But what has this got to do with Ratchet? I think we can guess this, no? Of course! Mr. McQueen said that Ratchet was fleeing from something in America and that he succeeded until letters began arriving. And eventually we all leave stage left.